Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in Surah Al-Nahl, من عمل صالحا من ذكر أو أنثى وهو مؤمن فلنحيينه حياة طيبة. That whoever believes in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and does good deeds for his sake, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, whether male or female, will give them a good life. And it's not just to give them a good life, but will revive them into a good life, will revive them a revival. And what does that really mean? We all want to feel full in life. We all want to feel like our life has purpose and drive. And immediately when you think of a good life, a lot of us right away go to things that are temporary and fleeting. You know, a nice car, children, a big house, right? Like you think of security, you think of this world in general, this dunya, this fleeting life. So you would think that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala would give us like an example of how to find true haya. How do you find true life in the sense of contentment? Immediately in the next verse, Allah says, فَإِذَا قَرَأْتَ الْقُرْآنَ, when you read Quran. And then to the end of the verse. But basically here is right away an example of finding true life, which is finding your creator, right? It's not contingent on having a house or having children or having a spouse, because those can come and go. If we're finding haya, if we're trying to find life in those circumstances, in those things only, then we're only setting ourselves up for failure, because a marriage can end, right? Children come and go, etc. Things happen in life. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is helping us chase what will eternally fulfill us, not temporarily help us or fulfill us, which is important. And this brings me to the dua of Prophet Sulaiman alayhi salam. Prophet Sulaiman is a beautiful example for us. When Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala shows him a blessing, when Prophet Sulaiman alayhi salam is blessed with seeing the throne of the Queen of Saba right in front of him, what does he say next? He says, هَذَا مِن فَضْلِ رَبِّي, this is from the blessing of my Lord. But what's interesting is what comes next. He says, لِيَبْلُوَنِي, to test me. And how many of us would find a good blessing, something good happens to you, you get a promotion, you get the thing that you've always been wanting. How many of us would immediately say this is a test? And that's exactly what Prophet Sulaiman says. He says, لِيَبْلُوَنِي أَأَشْكُرُ أَمْ أَكْفُرُ, this is a test to see, am I going to be grateful or ungrateful? Can you imagine the lens that he was seeing from? Right? Rather than being consumed by the beauty of the blessing, he's reminding himself, where is the blessing taking me? What is the blessing doing to my heart? Is it attaching me to the blessing itself, to the physical, or is it attaching me to the one who gave it to me? And this is something we learn in the Quran. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives us so many examples of people who lost their ways after being blessed. Why? Because it says فَرِحُوا بِهَا, as it says in the Quran, that they were consumed and they found contentment through the blessing, not through the one who gave it to them. And Prophet Sulaiman alayhi salam here realizes that contentment is not going to come from the blessing in front of me, but from me being attached to the one who gave me that blessing. For you to recognize where the blessing is coming from, that is a true blessing. That is where contentment is going to truly come from. So when Allah says hayatan tayyibah, a good life, that immediately comes with connection to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So no matter where you are, remember the one who gave you what you have. And that is the good life that we want, to be attached to our Creator who we will ultimately return to. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala always connect our hearts to Him. Ameen ya Rabbil Alameen.